Good day everyone, I'm your teacher Rachel and today we will be discussing about preparing for a teaching demonstration. But before that, let me present to you our objectives. So that will be our objectives that you should achieve after this lesson. So without further ado, let's get started. Hi everyone! I'm here in front of you, not at the back. So today, we will not having a long discussion, but we have here a short story entitled The Heartfelt Journey of Rachel in her preparing a teaching demonstration. So here, you will know what is the proper way to make your demonstration effectively. So you must listen attentively because later on I will asking you about the story. So without further ado, let's start it. So once upon a time, there is a girl named Rachel, and the mango trees in their mantle yard had always been Rachel's first classroom. Since she was small, she would gather her cousins and neighborhood children there, scrambling lesson on scrap cardboard and turning every lesson into a game. Now, as a fourth-year education student, she was about to face the biggest test of all, her official teaching demonstration. Her hands trembled a little when she thought of professors and cooperating teacher watching her. But beneath the nervous burned quiet confidence. She knew great teaching was never luck. It was built on 5 careful steps. The first step that she did is to make her lesson plan. Rachel sat at her desk for hours, drafting her lesson plan following the DepEd exact format. For her grade 5 Filipino lesson on adjectives, she wrote 3 clear goals. By the end of the lesson, the learners will define objective, pick them out from sentences, and use them to describe the world around them. She noted the values she wanted to share, like respect, creativity, love for the language, and timed every part down to the minute. She revised 3 times until the flow felt just right. To her, this was no ordinary paper. It was her guide, her promise that she would come ready for her student. In this part, si Teacher Rachel daw ay gumawa ng lesson plan. Bakit kaya? Tama, si Teacher Rachel ay gumawa ng lesson plan para meron siyang guide o susundan sa kanyang pagde-demo kasi kapag wala kang susundan or wala kang guide, anong mangyayari sa demo mo? Anong mangyayari? Yes, maaaring pumangit o pumalpak ang ating demo. Okay, ngayon tuloy natin yung kwento. Ang second step daw na ginawa ni Teacher Rachel ay she knew who she teach. Inalam niya daw kung sino ang kanyang tuturuan. Let's proceed. Next, she asked her cooperating teacher every detail she could get. Her class had average skills in Filipino. They were bright but some were shy. The room had a projector but dim light at the back, limited wall space, and sometimes power went out. A few students sitting far away had trouble seeing small text. Rachel adjusted her plan at once. She simply hired words, planned to speak clearly and loud enough for everyone, and decided all her materials would be big and easy to read from the farthest seat. So, dito sa part na to, si Teacher Rachel ay nag-survey. Ano kaya sinurvey ni Teacher Rachel? Yes, sinurvey ni Teacher Rachel yung environment sa classroom niya. Kung kapag ka ba nagturo siya doon, ang student ba niya ay makakarinig sa sasabihin niya o maririnig siya or makikita yung mga i-represent niya sa harapan. Isa yon sa mahalagang alamin bago mag-demo kasi kapag hindi mo alam na meron na palang isa sa student mo ang hindi nababasa yung pine-present mo, nahihirapan sila. Diba? Kapag nahihirapan sila, maaaring hindi sila matutol, mahusay. Again, next, kasi tayo sa step 3 na ginawa ni Teacher Rachel. The step 3 is the lesson that puts student first, or what we call the student-centered or the learner-centered. Rachel remember one rule well. A demo show how you teach, not just what you know. She would never just talk at them. After a short opening, she planned think, pair, share. First, think alone of word for your favorite food. Share with a partner, then tell the class. Then come a group activity. Sorting word strips into 3 piles. How it looks, how it feels, how it tastes. Every part was made so students would speak, think, and work together, not just sit and listen. So, in this part, anong ginawa ni Teacher Rachel? Tama! Ang ginawa ni Teacher, gumawa siya ng learner-centered, which is yung paggawa niya ng activity. Yung activity engaging at lahat ay makakapagsalita at makakasali. At higit sa lahat, mag-e-enjoy, mahusay. Step 4 tayo. Ito yung pang-apat na ginawa ni Teacher Rachel. The ready for anything. Or what we call the backup plan. Or kapag gumawa si teacher ng PowerPoint at kinonect niya sa TV yung laptop niya, makapag-present siya. Pero, paano kung one time biglang nawalan ng kuryente sa oras ng demo teaching ni teacher? So, nag-prepare siya ng kanyang IM, so tinatawag nating instructional materials. Mahusay. So, in this part, she made neat PowerPoint slides with a big text and simple pictures. But she did not stop there. Hindi pa daw minto dun si teacher. She also copied every key part onto a large cartolina, writing words with thick marker and drawing clear little illustrations. She paid extra word strips, tape, chalk, spare activity sheets, and her own printed lesson plan. She walked to the far corner of her room, holding each visual up to check if she could read it easily. Better to be over-prepared than stuck, she whispered. So, ano sinabi ni Teacher Rachel? It is better to be over-prepared than stick. Mas mahalagang handa ka kaysa naman nag-stick ka lang sa isa, nag-stick-tuhan ka lang, tapos nagkaroon ng aberya, hindi mo na alam yung gagawin mo. Mas lalo kang nahirapan at maaaring mag-fail ang iyong demonstration. So, sa ganong paraan, kailangan maging ready. So, next tayo sa step 5 na ginawa ni Teacher Rachel, which is the practice until it feels natural, or it is the practice before presenting. So, in this part, it is the final drills were for rehearsing. She practiced in front of the mirror. Oh, saan nag-practice si Teacher Rachel? Sa harapan ng salamin. Then, asked her mother and little brother to be her students. She used a timer to make sure the whole lesson fit exactly for 40 minutes, with a few minutes left for questions. She practiced moving around the room, smiling warmly, praising every answer, and guiding gently if someone made a mistake. She even practiced how to stay calm if something went wrong. By the night before, her nerves had melted into excitement. So in this part, our last part is the practice until it feels natural. So bakit kailangan mag-practice kapag ka magtuturo or magkakaroon ng demonstration? Yes, mahusay. Dahil kapag nag-practice ka, magiging kabisado mo or mas magiging familiarize ka sa ituturo mo. So, mababawasan yung pagiging kabado mo at magiging maganda ang flow ng iyong demonstration. So, in this part, kailangan maging handa talaga kasi kapag hindi ka handa at tumarap ka sa estudyante mo, mas lalong magiging fail ang ating demonstration, mas lalo tayong mahihirapan at kakabahan. So, ito pa ay magkukos ng pagkabagsak natin. So, wag nating laging gawin yung tinatawag nilang cramming. Kasi kapag ka nag-cram ka, hindi mo magagawa yung mga dapat mong gawin or may gusto kang gawin sa demonstration mo tapos bigla mong nakalimutan dahil ginawa mo lang yun ng patay oras na ng mga kailangan ng gawin. For example, ngayon ka magde-demo tapos kahapon ka lang nag-prepare, 'di ba? Dapat lagi kang mag-prepare ahead of time. So, ano kaya naging outcome ng demonstration ni Teacher Rachel? So, let's continue the story. On demo day, Rachel arrived early to set everything up. When the panel and student walked in, she took one slow breath and began. She followed her plan perfectly, guided activities smoothly, and every student joined in happily. Her timing was spot on, her materials worked without a hitch, and it was clear every single child understood what objectives were. And let's continue. Walking home past the familiar fish ponds and rice fields of the Manpudso, Rachel smiled wild. She had not done this by chance. She had done it by caring deeply, preparing carefully, and remembering that teaching is not just about sharing lessons. It is about sharing a part of yourself. She knew with all her heart, with was exactly where she belonged. Oh, the end! So, ang ganda ng naging ending ng story kasi si Teacher Rachel daw ay handa. So, I have a question here. So, talagang nakinig kayo kay Teacher Rachel. So, ano yung 5 ginawa ni teacher para maging handa sa kanyang demonstration? Who can give? Yes! We have here, ginawa niya una ay ang paggawa ng lesson plan. Pangalawa ay ang pag-alam. Kinilala niya yung mga tuturuan niya. Ano yung pangatlo? Ano? Sige nga, tignan nga natin kung talaga nakinig. Yes! Ang pangatlo ay ginawa niyang learner-centered ang kanyang pagtuturo kasi hindi pwedeng maging si teacher lang lagi yung nagsasalita, di ba? Okay, next we have the number 4. Ano yung number 4? Ang pagiging handa, ang paggawa niya ng IMs or ang pagiging ready niya. Kung may plan A, merong plan B. So, the last part, what did Teacher Rachel did in the last part? Yes, she practiced in front of the mirror. So, ngayon na natapos na tayo sa ating diskusyon, maaari ko bang malaman kung may natutunan ba ang aking estudyante? Mahusay! Ako ay nagagalak dahil kayo ay natuto sa ating pinag-aralan. Hindi na ginawa ni teacher na per slide kasi mahihirapan lang kayo. Kaya ginawan ko to ng kwento para mas malaman ko kung talagang nakikinig kayo sa akin. Yes. So, do you have any questions about the story or to lessons? None? Thank you. So, in that case, I'll be ending this lesson for now, and I hope that you learned a lot and you are ready for your demonstration also. You have learned how to be prepared in your demo teaching. If it's that all, I hope you learned. I hope you gain more knowledge. Yes, and that's all. Thank you.